morning, everyone. This is Vic from Trading Academy and Investments, and I hope you are having a great holiday season, guys. This is video number 2 on a series of videos that I will be releasing. If you missed last week's video on Trendline Secrets, please, I highly encourage you go ahead and watch that. There will be more videos, and just to touch up on a few of them: market structure, pivot points. There's going to be a trend lines and there's going to be an advance. Some of these videos that I am actually creating, there will be advanced videos coming along from those. Um, Fibonacci retracements and expansion as well. Two separate things: retracement and expansion. Some people call it extension as well. Order blocks, gaps. I will probably be doing a video as well at liquidity, right? Liquidity, breakouts. I mean, there's so much that is coming to this channel, guys, and I will be sharing with you. And at the very end, I will go ahead and do a video specifically on my trading strategy. And I'm pretty sure that just like it has changed my trading, it will change yours as well. Okay. But all right, today's video is going to be specifically about market structure. Market structure. All right. And so for today, this is USD CAD. Let's go ahead and jump into NZD USD. I'm going to tell you once again how I specifically look at the market, and what do I see as far as market structure is concerned. There was a prediction on NZD USD that I released on TradingView, but I'll go ahead and share that with you guys on another day. Right now, let's go ahead and focus on market structure. All right, so typically, again, I like to go ahead and look at the weekly. Once again, we're in the Forex market. Again, this can be done on the stock market, cryptocurrency, any type of market, guys. Market structure is market structure. It works pretty much the same way for everything. All right. So I start off the weekly time frame. Now, just by looking at NZD USD right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in here a little bit more. Guys, there's something I want you guys to understand real quick. And so when we talk about market structure, and let me see, yep, I got the right color. So typically when we talk about market structure, this would be previous highs, highs and lows, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, when the market is actually moving upward, right? Now, of course, on a downtrend, you got your lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, etc. All right. So now, what happens if the market ends up going high, low, high, low, high, and then we do this? Are we in a downtrend? And honestly, if your answer is yes, you're wrong. Okay? For my more advanced traders, obviously this is still an uptrend. It has not broken structure, right? And so therefore this can easily just go ahead and continue to go higher. Now, guys, this is this is where the most important thing I want you guys to focus on, right? You need to know, right, if this is your previous high, previous high, and then of course previous high. If you're looking for a reversal, first of all, there's two areas, right? If you're looking for a selling opportunity for some reason and on an uptrend, believe you me, I do it all the time. Okay. And it's just a matter of knowing when to do it. Okay. And so you have what I like to call, and let me go ahead and actually show you with the market something that's happening with the market right now. So this is what I see, right? We clearly see the market kind of going downwards, right? So when I look at NZD USD, I look at this area right here, this bottom leg, because that's a low, right? And what I like to see is, all right, I see this huge wick right here. And I like to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and copy paste the same price. And that's an area, right? when we are going, if we're looking to go upward, right, there is two areas that you need to be paying attention of. And this I like to call SP1. We can leave it all together, right? SP1. And then, of course, down here, this is going to be SP2, support zone number 2. Why did I pick those areas? Okay. Um, and so remember, this is the weekly time frame. So when you want to enter the market, I highly suggest you start working your way down, right? I like to start going into the 1 hour, and I don't like to go anything less than 15 minutes, to be honest with you. But for the sake of this video, we're not going to go even that low. Um, let's go move down to the daily time frame now, just to kind of get an idea what's going on, okay? And why I picked those areas. All right, so when you look at this on the daily time frame, so you see this SP1, right? So that's support number 1. And then support number 2 is all the way down here. So this is a potential rebound area, right? Or support area where the market can actually look for buying opportunities, or actually looking for a potential just outburst into an uptrend, but it's a temporary uptrend. Remember, a long term, we're talking about this is still a downtrend, but the market has to continue to go higher because the market moves in waves. And then if it's going to break and go even lower, then at that point, if it breaks SP1, then guys, where's our next target? Where's our next target? If this breaks SP1, common sense tells you we're going down here. SP2, right? Because that's just how the market moves. The market moves in waves, right? So highs, lows, high, lows, highs. Oh, the market didn't stop here, right? Or if we rebounded, we came and we did this. Well, we're still in this low. We're still in that low. We're still not in a downtrend unless we get a breakout, which is going to be another video on a different day. Unless we get a breakout, and with my trading strategy, I like to see a retest of that breakout and then a move lower, right? So what's happening with NZD USD right now? Okay, let's go ahead and go back to the weekly, right? Guys, order blocks. This is another thing I want to bring up. Order blocks is a very important video that you guys, once I create it, I highly encourage you guys. I mean, all the videos are going to be very important, but order blocks is going to be huge for your trading. All right. Order blocks. Don't forget that. So real quick. So obviously the market, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Well, there you go. We got a new high, right? And then market, we make it to SP1, right? Now market's now down here. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I am looking for NZD USD to actually go slightly higher. I wanted to go lower at first because again, you have to keep in mind when you do the your analysis on the weekly time frame, there's going to be separate zones for you on the daily time frame. This is the struggle when it comes to market structure for a lot of people. The market does this on the weekly. On the daily, you may see something like this, right? Way much more waves. And people they kind of get lost, right? And so they start mixing the time frames and they end up missing the big picture. And a move that looks huge on the daily time frame is may not be that much, considering a weekly time frame or the weekly big picture, right? So on the daily time frame, now we're on the daily. If I am looking to, sell this, hoping that we get to SP2, well, then that means I want to catch this at the highest price possible, right? And so I'm looking for potential reversal areas, right? And so honestly, let's let's do this again, right? Look, this is S1. Let me go ahead and plot same prices. That's S1 for the daily. Oh, that moved. Okay, you guys get the picture, right? So actually, let me go ahead and there you go. Let me use rectangles. All right. So that's S1 for me. S2 is down here on the daily time frame. My target, however, would be this little area that I see right here, right? This little area that I see right here. And honestly, there's a reason for that. Again, order blocks, right? I won't dig too deep into actually I just mentioned it and I'm just gonna leave it at that. Just watch, make sure you watch my order block video once it gets released. All right. But this is my target area. And so therefore what I am actually waiting for is a move down here so that then I can go ahead and hop in for a buy, right? Now that's a risky move because we're talking about in when it comes to the big picture, this is still a downtrend, right? NZD/USD is still a downtrend, but I don't think it's fully done yet when it comes to uh, going higher. Now you've seen this, okay? This is where it could get a little bit confusing, right? You've seen this already us trying to buy the market. But what if you were trying to sell the market? Okay, now let me, because you have to analyze this, right? What if something goes wrong? Then you need to know where your stop loss is going to be if you get into a yucky situation. Either you cut your losses, right? Or, for example, this is a low, right? So now let me go ahead and take this out. Let me go ahead and take out target out. Take this out. Okay. So what is, right? SP1. Now we're talking about, look, potential pivot areas, right? Again, it's going to be another one of my videos. That one is also coming shortly. You have this zone right here, which is where it bounced off of. But the overall target for me, it's all the way up here, right? This is S1. S2 is a previous high. S2 is a previous high. Okay? I'll go ahead and put that here. And I want to say actually correction because this is for a selling opportunity, so it's not S1. This is actually R1. So resistance, right? R1. We're gonna go ahead and put R2, which is the previous high, or in this case would be the previous lower high. Okay, so R2. Okay, we know that's R2. So if this market already has broken all these pivots, yes, and you can tell, like, look at um, all the long wicks, right? Market reacts, but look, it continues to go higher. This market is looking to come all the way up here to R2, right? Once it reaches R2, I'm looking to sell this. Once I look to sell this, I am looking to go to S2 all the way down here, okay? We may still get a reaction on SP1, but my actual target is SP2, right? And so if we plot this out, you got your high, low, high, low. Oh, now we got a new high, right? Market goes lower. We hit SP1. Now, again, this is R1, R2. The market already bounced off 1. Now it's looking to go higher. We're looking to hit R2. This is where it's going. So if you have any buying opportunities, of course, I want the market to come down here where S1 is, and then, of course, S2 well, yeah, in this case, S1 and then S2 all the way down here. Okay, so now that I showed you guys the Forex market, I wanted to go ahead and hop on to the stock market, right? Let's go ahead and show you how this, it's basically the same thing, guys, over and over again, right? Um, Very common stock, Tesla, right? So real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and let's look at what's been happening with Tesla for the past couple of years, right? Of course, we got higher highs, higher lows. Actually, let me go ahead and do this and take this out, and there we go. Let's do this again. So we got highs, lows, highs, lows. And you're gonna see something interesting. This one again. It's a little bit more, just slightly more advanced, but you'll kind of get the idea of it, right? And so let's just leave it at that, right? And I'm going to go ahead and put the transparency a little bit low just so you can kind of slightly see it. All right. So we got high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and higher low. Now, when we get the breakout, right? Let's say obviously we see now that Tesla has been dropping quite a bit since 2021, right? So you got your previous highs, and now let's say these are, you got your lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, etc. So one thing, guys, that there is, so I mentioned order blocks, order blocks, order blocks, order blocks, right? There's also a thing called fair value gap, right? Like I said, in a perfect world, not all the time. In a perfect world, the market does higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. There are going to be times where the market just comes this, and there you go, right? It doesn't come fully down. That could be, right? That could be you guys have what's called a fair value gap. Um, Here, the market um, actually did not end up coming all the way down here. However, 2022 of December, the market retested this area. And as soon as it retested this area, we got a huge up move. Okay? Now, let's talk real quick about what's happening with Tesla, and I'm going to show you guys so we can go ahead and even plot trend lines. I'm going to show you since this is a video that you guys are it's already out there. I put it on the YouTube channel. I can tell you what I see right away. I very big resistance there. Now, when we talk about market structure and I plot this, let's plot a horizontal line right there. Um, we don't get, when we talk about true price, it punctured it, but it did not close below that, right? So there is no breakout down here. Okay. Now you have this huge area where the market, okay, all of a sudden came down. For those of you who are thinking, okay, well, this might actually just continue to go lower. Okay. Well, if that's the case, okay, what are your areas? What are your areas that you might be like, okay, well, this is where it might just go ahead and reverse, right? Okay, so you have one there. You have your other pivot there, right? And then, of course, your high here, okay? Those are your pivot areas. Now, let's ignore this for a second, right? Let's ignore this for a second. 1, 2, 3 areas, right? But when the market so-called, for those of you who say this is a breakout to go lower, right? Well, then technically, okay, this would be, um, this is your pivot S1, right? S1 and S2 up here, right? Because this area has already been tested. And this is extremely important. Let me go ahead and take all these lines out. This is extremely important when it comes to pivots, right? Or not just necessarily pivots, but just market structure alone. As what I like to see is if the market goes up, down, right? I want to see a retest up here. I want to see the retest on that previous area. So what do I mean by that? And I'm going to make these noticeable. All right, these are going to be noticeable. If the market goes lower. Remember, the market moves in waves. So I want to see an opposing candle reaching the previous high. Okay? So this green candle was the last up move prior to the market dropping. So when the market, if you're trading actual weekly time frames, daily time frames, whatever the case may be, I want to see the market. I want to see that time frame. I don't know if you've ever heard the phrase trade the chart that you are trading. Meaning like if you are currently in the weekly time frame and you see a trading opportunity, take that trading opportunity. You plot your chart as if, you know, as normal, but then you use the lower time frames for entry. However, the big picture is if you're predicting that Tesla's going to go ahead and continue to go lower, then remember your big picture. Okay? Now, and I'm not saying that that is what's going to happen. Okay? Um, so I want to see if this started going down. I want to see an opposing candle, meaning another green candle, give me that wave up, test the previous high, okay, and then move lower. And this is where it's going to start making sense, okay? Hopefully it starts making sense for you guys because I just showed you this area, right? Let's go to this area. This is the previous green candle prior to the market going down. Well, if that's the case, again, if this is going to continue to go lower, right? R1, R2, resistance 1, resistance 2. What does the market do? The market comes up here. Here is your first opposing candle, meaning the red candle prior to the green candle, prior to the market giving you this red candle as if it was going to go back down, right? The green candle tests the previous high, meaning that previous green candle prior to that up move. Okay? Market goes down, and what a coincidence. Oh, the market shoots higher. Okay? This is where now we're probably looking into going into R2. R1, R2. Now, on the monthly time frame, which for Tesla, that's not very clear here, right? Okay, it's high, but there is I'm looking for a maybe a specific candle. This is very basic stuff like a bearish engulfing candle. Those of you who trade like candle, patterns or whatever the case may be, doji, exhausting candle, a hammer, whatever the case may be, right? Me specifically, I'm looking for order blocks, to be honest with you. And so, order blocks meaning, hey, big boys came into the market, traded against you guys, and now they dropped the market. They're pretty much in negatives for quite a bit, right? And they have to bring the market back in order for them to make up the money that they're in negatives for, right? Which caused the market to drop. So let's say, okay, now that we're up here, where's my R2, right? So let's go work towards the weekly. Okay. So we're down. Hold on, let me go back. I kind of lost my spot. Okay. So we're here. Let me go ahead and put this here. There you go. And the high, which is here. Okay. So now let's go down to the weekly and let's see if we spot an order block, potential order block, right? Well, here we have up move, right? Market goes down, right? There is no test in this area. This green candle prior to this move down here, there's no retest. There's no retest to R1. There's no retest to R2. As you start going lower in like daily, weekly, whatever the case may be, remember, you still have to plot your R1s and R2s or S1s, S2s, depending on which direction you're going for those particular charts, okay? Because you're going to have more zones, which means more noise. So there's no retest here, right? And then all of a sudden we get this area right here. Yep, same thing, right? Look, there's a potential order block here before the market started to go all the way down here. So now that we got this move down here, we're like, okay, like I said, let's plot S1, S2, right? S1 and S2. This is a high. S1 just so happens to be this area right here, right? S2 ends up being this area right here. So that you see how tight this is right now. I'm gonna go ahead and use this candle because it's the very bottom, right? But if we're going to go ahead and climb all the way up here to this order block, there could be, as you can see, this resistance right here is being respected. We got 1, 2, 3 touches already, 4 rejections, 3 to 4 rejections already. And now look what the market is doing today, or at least this week, because this is a weekly time frame. So if we already tested S1, right, and here's a pivot, this is another potential bouncing area. But typically, I would like to see this actually come down to S2. S2 and then a potential move higher. The reason why you want to wait, if you get an actual test of S1 and you see the market coming right back down to it, the likelihood of it going back to S2 is actually pretty high, right? Remember, trading is about, at least for me, it's about probabilities. What is the probability that I'm going to win this trade and the setup? What it is, I can't give you a specific percentage, but to be honest with you, what is the likelihood of this actually trade going my way, right? And if whatever my prediction is, I want to get in at the best price possible. And so this is where you have to look at S1, S2. I want to get, if I'm going to buy this market, you better believe I want to be down here at S2. Okay? At S2. Guys, this is pretty much I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you just quick ideas of what I'm looking at. Now that you guys we're talking about stock market, look, this is a company, Hims and Hers, that I made a prediction November 27th, right? I'm expecting the market to come all the way back down here. Again, following market structure. This is specifically following market structure, and it's starting to make its way back down, right? Long way to go. I was talking specifically, look, if we look at the S&P 500 bounce area there, and we're looking at previous highs, guys, look at this. Boom. We're a few points away, right? A few points away. Now, let's look this, just so you guys can look at all my predictions. Look, Carnival Cruise Line, L1, LZ1, LZ2, meaning same thing, loading zone. But that's my loading zone, right? If I'm going to get into this market, I'm looking for loading zones. Where am I going to get in the market? Same thing, S1, S2. Look at this, guys. Look where the market's at, right? Same thing for Norwegian, right? NZD, USD. Here, I was talking about it earlier. Look at it, right? Target, look at that pivot point. It actually already reached it. We already hit target in NZD, USD. Boom. Look at it right here. Guys, as long as you learn market structure, and with all the other remaining videos that are coming, order blocks, like I said, pivot points, trend lines advanced. There's going to be advanced videos on pretty much almost everything, market structure, Fibonacci's. I can do a video on fair value gaps. There's so much more coming. And at the very end, if you guys continue this journey with me, I will show you exactly my trading strategy, and you will see it throughout my actual personal charts. This can change your trading tremendously, right? If you guys want to look at, these are the stock markets these are the stocks and ETFs that I follow personally. Yeah, guys, hopefully this video helps. I hope to see you guys on my next video. Please stay tuned for many, many more videos to come. And if I have not uploaded my third video prior to Christmas, guys, have a happy holidays. Enjoy your time with family, and God bless you all.